Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Fucking Casually FC in the house, ready to celebrate a W to start off our Premier League campaign with Chelsea. I am your host with the most, Marshalldbdx, and today I am accompanied with my good friends and fellow panel. Let's start off with Will. Will, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Been a good day of football, so yeah, it's good to have it back.
Fantastic day of football. Liverpool drew. Spurs looked Spursy, I guess. I don't know. And Arsenal looked like they could have gotten penetrated yesterday. So we'll get into that. Andrew, without the pause, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Woohoo! Football and sports! Yeah!
Football and sports. We're back finally. It's good.
Yaramina tried to penetrate Sterling in the first half.
Yeah. That's all over Twitter right now.
That wasn't PG.
Yeah.
That was a warm welcome to Chelsea.
Oh.
Real Chris, how are you doing, brother?
How warm it was.
I was doing good until I tasted this, I just taste this horrible, I don't know, chocolate sundae. Yeah, I'm doing good there.
Yeah, hold that.
I thought I tried this thing out.
Chocolate
That's nasty.
sundae.
That's nasty.
Yeah, you hold on to that.
Hold that, man. You're going to be on the toilet later.
I didn't eat it all.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, man.
Oh my goodness! And big up Jose in the chat.
Jose,
and big up everyone.
Jose?
It's Jose if you're in Europe. Jose if you're in America.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for already smashing the likes. We're already at 10. That's great. We're back to doing match reviews. So we will be doing match reviews the day of the match, if not the next day, but we'll be doing it within 24 hours. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of our match reviews. Make sure to hit that bell notification so you also get notified when we go live. We will be doing other stuff this week, which I'll talk to my panel behind closed doors. I'll take it backstage, mate. I'll show you my minerals backstage. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that bell notification, smash the like button if you haven't already. You guys have already been showing us love, and we really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,300 subscribers, so help us get to that goal. We're very, very close. Spread the love, share the stream, let more people come in here. We will be sending out the link later on to talk to you guys about the game. And leave a comment down below. Let us know what the fuck you thought about the fantastic signings today and how electric most of them looked. But let's just start off the game. Let's start talking about Everton versus Chelsea, obviously. And that first half, it was interesting. You know, I'll start it off. Not the lineup that I ideally wanted. Like I didn't expect Chilwell to start. I thought for sure Alonso was going to start, but then coming to realize a few hours before the game, Alonso was pretty much already in Barcelona. So he took the plane. He said his goodbyes. Alonso, it's been great to have you, sort of, kind of, while we had you. You did your job, but we had to move along. Move it along. Yeah. Fuck off. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Good evening, Nick Blue, by the way. Good evening, Nick.
Good evening, Nick Blue. Assad, what's going on? It's the first game season. I'm not too mad at the performance. I'm just happy that we finally won a Goodison Park.
Bogey ground, man. It's a bogey ground.
Can't be mad.
Yes,
it is. I was told very much that it is a bogey ground.
First win in 5 years.
Is that long?
Yeah,
oh,
not
yeah. That is a while.
I know it's long.
Not since Conte's title winning team. We won there.
I'm glad that Tuchel broke the curse. Yeah, people should be happy. Overall, we did get a W. I didn't expect Jorghino to play, and then come to find out, who was it? Will? No, Chris, you told me. Kovacic was actually injured.
Yeah, well, he wasn't fully fit. Yeah, like because Tuchel apparently. Yeah. I heard from Kai as well. Yeah, like he said, he's not fully fit, coming from an injury or whatever. So,
it's crazy to think that Conte missed out on preseason. Yeah, Conte's fully fit, but Kovacic isn't. But all right, we move. It's all the burgers Kovacic was eating and the In-N-Outs in the States.
Yeah,
that's why he's not fully fit. But overall, that first half, it's the same Chelsea, right? A little bit of frustration because we can't get the attack going. Havertz looked terrible today, guys. He looked absolutely horrible. He didn't really look like he improved much since preseason at all. He had that one opportunity. Pickford was terrible today. Let me tell you, Pickford was error city today. Error after error. the error that led to Kai Havertz having an open goal and not even he took 3 touches before on the 3rd touch he was going to decide to cross it, and at that point it was way too late, bro. You picked your head up. You see there's an opening. You could have even tried to shoot it at goal, but I don't know what's going on with Havertz, boys. I don't think this kid's mentality is like there right now. Like, it's just terrible.
I'll tell you what it is. He's not what everyone thought he was. That's what it is. That's what it is. I tell you what, I think my conspiracy mind, which I don't pay attention to a lot, he stuck him out wide today and he put Sterling in the centre. He didn't put Havertz in the centre. Everyone thought he would. He put Sterling in the centre.
That was weird.
Which tells me, I think that tells me, and if I see it again against Tottenham, I think Tuchel's ready to go now. I don't think he's not the guy. He's not the guy for me. I got Raheem there. I'll see what Broha can do. Can we buy someone else? If I can get someone else like we keep getting linked to Aubameyang or something like that. This Havertz guy's not got it. He's not got it. He's not got the it factor at the moment. He was. I know Peter might be on the stream later, but I'm what he we spoke on because we were watching Casually FC. I think he only. He's right. I think Mount came off before because Havertz was taller. That's all. Because remember, in the second half, he started hoofing the ball up a bit more. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's the only reason he stayed on the pitch, that he was taller than Mount. Because what can you tell me? I don't think either of them played well. But what can you tell me that Havertz did better than Mount at? They were both the same.
I would say this man got evolved more.
He's just taller.
He's
just taller. That's what it is.
What's crazy is, like, you guys know I am Havertz sexual, and I can even say, I can sit up here. Well, I'm grounded, right? But I could sit up here and say, like, Havertz was probably the worst player on that pitch today.
I don't think there's any
worst player on the pitch.
I think. I think. Can I just say? I think him and Mount were both ghosts today. I think they were both ghosts today.
Well, at least Mount tried to take some shots and try to get some crosses in, but Havertz was dead on the left.
Havertz has been that for. I mean, I get on Werner all the time, but I think more equal needs to get on Havertz as well. I think he gets so let off because of a Champions League final goal. You know, he gets let off so much. You know, or he's not generational. He's not generational at all. This guy keeps being labelled generational. What has he done to deserve to be called generational? Nothing. He's done nothing in the Chelsea shirt to be called generational. Oh, great goal against Newcastle last season. But that, you know what he's turning out to be? He's turning out to be a bit like Pulisic. With just a bit more stuff.
Even Pulisic looked better today.
There's no consistency with him. And you know what? Raheem Sterling should not have to be playing in the middle and look better than you. He should be on the left, playing out wide and doing the stuff there that he usually does. And I just think, listen, this is it. If you don't start pulling your weight, I think this will be your last season here. I swear. I would sell him next. If he continue, if he has a season, because remember he doesn't start a season well, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Second half of the season. So
for whatever reason too.
And by then our season's over.
I'm like that. I'm done. I'm on the verge of going. Nah, he's not it. Well, I'm probably actually on that. I don't think he's it. I don't think he's what was on what was advertised.
I'm still hopeful.
That's harsh, but you know.
It is harsh. I'm still hopeful, but I can be I can see it from a grounded perspective and take my delusion out of the way and my bias and see that Havertz is not. He needs to improve on that first half of the season. If he doesn't improve in that first half of the season, we can't keep having players that are only consistent in the second half of the season, because we all know how Chelsea works here. Come December, we start to capitulate and we lose our chances at challenging for that title.
We don't know who we're going to buy. Who left to buy? Everyone thinks Fofana, De Jong is looking day by day even more that he's going to come to Chelsea. Fofana, but who are we going to? We keep getting linked to people up front. Is it going to be Aubameyang? Is it going to be the Sesko kid? Do you know what I mean? Or is it going to be someone else? Is it going to be Ronaldo?
Yeah,
I think the most sensible thing to do, if we can't, I mean, Sesko on paper, he's not proven at all.
We've got a Sesko. We've got Broha. Don't need to buy Sesko.
Yeah. I think the most sensible deal to do is to pretty much tell Depay to fuck off and get Aubameyang on a 1-year loan. I think that would be the most sensible thing.
I was actually going to ask you this, Will, because I know you don't like Depay. You know I don't like Depay. But don't you think Depay would fit the system better than Aubameyang?
Nope.
Oh, that was quick. All right, I didn't even need to finish my sentence.
Depay is very frustrating. He tries to be. He plays hero ball a lot. He loves to be the guy that can elevate teams. It's why he's always done well when he's been in a team that build around him. He's not going to be a star player at Chelsea. Aubameyang, I know why people have their doubts. I just think he's
because of the Arsenal thing, right?
I think he's just... The thing is, though, with Aubameyang, I actually think he has got a bit of talent about him, and his goal-scoring record proves it as well. He's played in lots of different teams. I think he'll do well with us. He's got 11 goals in 13 starts for Barcelona. He's not... I don't think he's been shit consistently to be branded a completely finished player. So one loan, there's no risk in that. I don't think there's any risk. You bring in an experienced goal scorer who can play in different roles.
Listen, I was opposed to Aubameyang at first just because of how things ended for him at Arsenal. But the more I listen to people talk about it, the more I begin to understand that was just like an outlier. That was just like a one-off season, because usually Aubameyang is scoring you multiple goals. Even when Arsenal were at their worst, the season before that, he was top goal scorer for them. So maybe I'd rather not either of them, to be honest with you. But if I had to pick between one or the other, between Aubameyang or Depay, I think I'm leaning more towards Aubameyang.
I tell you what, and I'm not joking about this. If someone came in with an offer for Havertz, 45, 50, I'd take it. You know what I'd do with that money? I'd put some of it. I'd go, Brentford, what do you want for Ivan Toney?
I like Ivan Toney.
Tony's not a bad shout.
Because I don't want Sterling playing in the middle. He's on the left or on the right. I don't want him playing in the middle. He can do it. He can do it against some teams, but physically, he's not physical enough. I need him to play off of a striker and to get the goals, and I think he'll do better there. I mean, he was the best out of the three up there.
100%.
The type of profile we want is, ideally, I think in an ideal world, we could get a player that's like Harry Kane. We're not going to be able to get Harry Kane. So.
No.
If you look at the Premier League, I think Toney is stylistically, I'm not saying he's as good as Kane. Stylistically, I think he's the most similar to Kane, where he can link the play, he can create, he can score. He's scored across. He's a physical player as well. He's very talented. He's good under pressure. I think he'd be a very smart sign.
If you can't, because it might be too expensive, I'd go to Wolves and say, what do you want for Raul Jimenez? That's what I'd do. I think
Jimenez is tough, though. I agree,
it's tough. I just think now because I can't. This is where a scouting and a DOF is so important that we sign. Is there's nothing name-wise that I can think of at the top of my head to come in and help us.
I'm waiting
this is
for
what
someone
I hear
to say,
about Depay. The false nine Depay isn't a bad idea, which I have heard of Depay as a false nine, and similar to Jesus. I don't know.
Can I be honest?
Definitely not. Neither of them are definitely the answer for the long term. Go ahead, Will.
He's Depay's so weird as a player, because you look at his profile, you look at his time at Lyon and PSV, you think, he's quite a talented player, but the teams he's been at where he's succeeded. He's like the player who is the, how do I say this? Like the luxury player, the quote unquote luxury player. He won't be that here. There's a reason why Barcelona signed Lewandowski and want to keep Aubameyang. They don't want Aubameyang to go. I don't think Aubameyang would leave unless it was like a Thomas Tuchel who's here. Obviously, I think we'd be the only ones.
They can't register the players.
Exactly, and that as well, I guess.
Can't register the players.
They need to get some wages.
They need wages and register the players.
I think with Aubameyang, I think you get a player. It would for me, it'd have to be just a 1-year loan. I don't want an option to buy. I see him as a pure stopgap. If Barca really want an option to buy him there, then
my thing would be a 2-year deal, but a 1-year break. So he does well the first year,
he gets one.
Then if he doesn't, then you just both agree to.
So would you do like let's say, for example, a certain amount of goals triggers an extension.
Yeah. Some amount of goals, some amount of games, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Or he plays, or if he doesn't hit something, or then we can have a break at. And because I just think it's a stopgap at the moment, but it's a risky stopgap because I don't know how he's going to perform. Like, I've not really watched him for Barcelona. Let's be honest, I've not really watched it. I know he's got a good goal scoring record there, but something like 11 and 17 or starts or something like that. I don't know. I just think Havertz is just not. I just don't think he's got a killer instinct. I really don't.
No.
He's
He
like
was asleep today.
He's like Berbatov, but just doesn't care.
The thing is,
Berbatov's
Chris.
heart rate never went over 60. He was called Hannibal Lecter for a reason. Do you know what I mean?
Real quick before Will speaks, I just want to hear from Chris. Chris, what do you think about this whole striker situation in Havertz today?
Well, yeah, like with me, it's like what Will and Andrew said. For me, I want someone like to compete with him, maybe take a spot like a Broha and even a Aubameyang. Aubameyang, I didn't think I wanted, but then I think about it lately. Kai Havertz is not cutting it. He goes the first season, half the season. He goes today. He goes to a lot of games. He does that a lot. So Aubameyang would definitely be like a player who would compete with him and take his spot. And he might. I think he has a motivation issue. Motivation issue because like in big games he steps up. Little games like today, he's just ghosting. I don't know what he did today.
I think even that's just now not true.
You don't think
everyone calls him clutch? You call him clutch for that Champions League goal and
Definitely wasn't clutch today.
That penalty against in the World Club. It's like if you're not, I don't care if you're not scoring a penalty. That means it was a rubbish shot. But I just think that's done. I don't want to hear anything about him scoring a Champions League final goal anymore. That's done. That has run out. That's like squeezing the last bit of toothpaste out.
Yeah.
And even doing it with a steamroller and nothing coming out now. It's done.
That was me yesterday.
You cannot use that to defend him anymore. Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, he scored a champion. I don't care. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. You can't do that anymore.
You can't live on him forever, yeah.
Exactly. And because you don't use it for others. You know what I mean? So
if this was Lukaku today having that performance, everyone would be.
Oh yeah.
For Christ's sake, yeah.
How many touches did Kai Havertz really have today?
Well, if that was Werner today, he would done. That's rightly so, and so should Havertz as well. He gets away with a lot. Werner covers. I diss Werner because he's crap, right? But Werner covers a lot. Havertz gets away with a lot when Werner plays, and now you notice it when Werner doesn't play. You notice how poor Havertz is now because there's no one to cover him. There's no one crapper than him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? You notice how.
You know what I noticed today?
Sorry, do you want to go, Chris?
I'll make it quickly. One thing I noticed today on Twitter, everybody's on about Jorghino or Chilwell or anyone else, but no one mentions Kai Havertz. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No one mentions
shocking.
him.
I think it's
That's shocking to me.
The thing is, though, what frustrates me with a player like Havertz is I do rate him. It's just like he's been shit, and it's okay to like, even if you like him, it's all right to admit he's been shit. Although, I don't necessarily agree with cutting our losses on him as of now.
Yeah, me neither.
I get everyone's frustration with it, and I see why someone would. But if I swear to God, if I see one person say we should sign Mitrovic, I think I'm done. I think I'm.
Oh, don't make me laugh, man. Come on. All right, well, let's move on from Havertz. Let's talk about Koulibaly, who looked good in that first half too. Koulibaly ended up getting the through ball pass that got Chilwell into the box for the penalty, and Jorginho scores that penalty in that first half. Which, look, I was glad Jorginho was on the pitch for that. But Chilwell and Koulibaly, what do we think about those two guys in that first half? Overall in the game, fuck it. Let's just move on to the second half. Second half, I think we died down a lot more. Definitely needed some changes in that midfield. If Kovacic was fit, I think he would have come on for Jorginho. And I mean, we saw the debut of Broja, Cucurella. Cucurella looked amazing today. From what the 20 minutes that he played, he looked fantastic. Sterling looked good overall most of the game. Unfortunately, like Andrew said, whenever he was up there, no support really. He was by himself usually. And we need to change that. We definitely need to change that. Gallagher came on today. Who else came on today that I'm forgetting? Oh, Koulibaly got a cramp. So
Ruben
came on.
Pulisic came on.
Warrior. Yeah.
Pulisic didn't look too bad today. That refereing today was
it was on and
horrible.
off. It was good at some point. There were some things he got right. There were some things that it's just an average performance from the ref. But
Yeah, we've seen worse.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
I seen worse refereeing. I remember the Aston Villa one. I feel like.
I can't remember anything. I was watching the game. I can't remember anything. Me going, "Oh my god, I can't believe he did." I can't remember him.
Maybe for me, it was the Pulisic. When Pickford fucking came out, and again, Pickford was error city today. He made so many errors, but Pickford made that one error. Pulisic took control of the ball, and he got pulled down, and in a goal scoring opportunity. Isn't that a red card?
Not red. I would say like yellow. But yeah, like I was saying, I was watching the game with Will, and I said something to the referee as well. He's so stupid off you or something, because it literally he blew the whistle when he's with the ball, and it didn't make any sense. That's the only one with the referee I thought was a howler, because he should have let him play it on. Yeah, I think that's with the referee.
Yeah,
Nothing much to talk about referee.
But all right, back to what I was saying about Koulibaly. He looked phenomenal today. I think, in my opinion, we'll do player ratings at the end, which I want you guys in chat to get be involved with us. But overall, I think my man of the match was Koulibaly. He looked sensational today, and even when there were times where Chiago Silva got beat, Koulibaly was right there. And I'm look, this may be premature, and I know, Will, you got Batman on your avatar.
Okay, I had to use an old account, today. That's why.
No, it's fine. But I think Koulibaly is not only a exact replacement for Rudiger, but probably a better replacement for Rudiger. He might be better than Rudiger. I'm gonna go ahead and
less
say
reckless, doesn't he?
He does seem a lot less reckless.
I mean, I think they're very close. Is in defenders and how they suit us. But do you know what frustrates me though? I love Wesley Fofana, but if we just kept one of Christensen or Rudiger, we would literally we've been so much of a better position right now. Like spending 85 million on Fofana, I get why. He's young, 5-year deal or 6-year deal, whatever he's got. But this might sound selfish. I would rather us. I really want to see De Jong play for us this year, and I know you might say, "Oh, bias or whatever," but it's like 85 million of what we want to spend on another defender when we know we need an attacker, and we need maybe another midfield option depending on if we can get the right one. It's just weird. But Koulibaly, first half I thought was by far the best player. Second half I thought he was still good, but not as on it. But that's fine because it's his first game.
It's his first game, and he did cramp up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hopefully, it's just a cramp and not like a bad injury.
I'm a bit worried though, Marshall, because let's say we don't get Fofana done by the next week. I'm a little bit worried that we're going to have to just rush him straight in there, maybe when he's not fully fit. If you get what I mean, that's the only thing. But him and Silva for me was man of the match. He was just so good. Oh my god, how he's so good at this age. I mean, I've seen a lot of people. I saw the performance. I was comparing actually to Saliba's performance yesterday of the best defensive performances of this weekend, and I was saying to Chris, if Wesley Fofana comes in for £85 million, that is the sort of instant performance I would like. Ideally, I think our defenders are very good, but we just need another one. But I'm hoping Fofana comes in and does well, because it looks more than likely we're going to meet that 80 million. I can't speak. 85 million. I'm having heart palpitations thinking of that price when we could be getting De Jong as well. So
I mean, I don't disagree. I personally don't think it's going to happen. I think that price is very steep for Fofana.
Oh, it's happening.
I don't know.
It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah, I'd bet my
It's
house on
happening.
it. Without,
It's
with
happening.
Fofana.
Where you
Yeah.
think we're really gonna pay
I'll
that?
tell you what.
Yeah.
Madison is signing a new deal. It's always been reported that they're never going to sell Madison and Fofana in the same year.
What
Madison
about
is staying at Leicester.
85 million.
Tillemans,
What about
Tillemans is
Tielemans?
separate. Tillemans is separate. He's only got a year left. Madison is signing a new deal. Fofana will. I think Fofana's going to be done this week, upcoming week.
Yeah, I think
He
it'll
It's
be.
a Tuesday, I think.
He wants
There'll
to
be a
go.
fee agreed,
If
yeah.
he wants to go, and if you're looking at now Rodgers' last few statements, they're getting less and less protective of keeping him. It's now, we know what a player is worth, etc. Do you know what I mean? We won't sell until a
Okay.
player's worth.
Simon.
He's going to be signed for about 75 to 80 million plus, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And trust me, now that these guys are going for it, these guys know.
Yeah, Simon.
Hey,
Simon
And
Johnson.
still enough left to sign De Jong as well, by the way.
Oh, I'm praying.
Still enough left.
I will
the man, the
literally-
myth, the legend has shown up. By the way, boys.
I've
Here we
said
got
this.
Peter in the
Kyle
chat.
is-
Peter has
Oh,
entered the
Peter.
chat.
What up, people?
Big up, Peter.
How we
Big
doing?
up, Peter. We're gonna go ahead, Peter. What's going on, Peter?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hope everybody's doing all right. We went
All
to
right, my friend. All
and
right.
won
Oh,
for the
good.
first time in 5 fucking years.
Yes.
Never
Won
mind,
the
we played
title.
against a bunch of random guys, but it is what it is. Now we won. The less we talk about this game, the better. Nobody got hurt, and we keep moving.
I mean, hopefully nobody got hurt because Koulibaly had to get taken off. But
No,
I
Pam,
mean,
it's
nobody on
Pam.
our side too.
Too
But
cool.
let's
Too cool.
also.
said Pam.
Oh,
Let's
that's
also.
true. That's true. Ben Godfrey's in the hospital, but no.
Yeah, Ben Godfrey got fucked up.
Yeah, dude, his ankle's definitely broken. So prayers out to him. You'll be alright though. Yeah. So we won, guys. Like, it was ugly. I'm not gonna lie. That second half felt like a chore. I don't know where they got 10 minutes to stoppage time from. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know someone almost died in the crowd or whatever, but like, I just feel like they were throwing stoppage time up there just for the sake of it at the end. I've never we played probably like 110 minutes of football. We're on the pitch for so damn long. But hey, we won, man. So 3 points, and we get to beat Tottenham next week because we always manage to do that. So don't overthink it, guys. We'll be all right.
All right, I am gonna overthink it though. But chat, I just asked you guys who of all the signings that showed up today, who you guys are most impressed with. So, fill out that poll. Let us know. But go
I'm
ahead.
going to say, for me, it was Cucurella because
Cucurella,
I
bro.
noticed how dirty he is.
Yeah.
Leave a little bit of elbow in there
Yeah.
and push. And he's like a wing-back version of Ricardo Carvalho. He just does the dirty things. And also, have you heard his chant?
He eats paella. He drinks a Stella. His hair is fucking massive.
Yeah, he eats paella, he drinks a Stella, his hair's fucking massive.
Wow, that was quick. That was so quick. Wow, that's great.
I liked him. He, this whole Chilwell's going to be benched. It's a squad game, guys. They're going to rotate.
Listen.
Just stop arguing over it. Do you know what I mean? It just means whoever starts, the drop off isn't huge with that lanky git now leaving and Emerson. So I thought he did well. He's only had one training session. He put a great ball in for Sterling, and that block got
He did.
because Sterling tried to place it instead of hammering it, which I think if he would have hammered it, he might have got something, but he tried to place it. It was still a good block though. But I liked him, man. I thought Koulibaly was very controlled, very calm
Koulibaly's
on
great.
the ball. Looked beautiful wearing that 26 as well on the back of his shirt. So that was all nice. And Sterling, I thought Sterling did well. So.
Sterling definitely looked like our most fluid attacker up there. What annoyed me was that every time he would go for a counterattack or he'd be up there, he would be by himself. We had no support. 3 men on him, 4 men on him. Like, Everton were constantly just on him. And you know what? I got to give kudos to, like, I know Havertz played a terrible game, but I also got to give credit to Mina. Yerry Mina just had Havertz in his pocket the whole time. He did the same thing last season. He did the same thing this season. So Havertz, yeah, like we already talked about Havertz, but he needs to get his head out of his ass. But Cucurella, he looked phenomenal. He looked, listen, anyone who expected Chilwell to be 100% this season, you're a little delusional. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, we knew ahead of time that there was highly likely that Alonso was going to play over Chilwell for the first few games of the season, just because Chilwell wasn't up to pace yet. He's got to recover, and if he does, when Chilwell does fully recover, hopefully he wins his spot back, or maybe not. Like at the end of the day, I don't care. We have two really good wing backs, and they're both going to compete for games, and they're both going to rotate, and hopefully they both stay fit. You know, Reece James looked subpar today. I did want to talk about that. I don't know if you guys agree, but
his corners were shit.
Yeah.
Why is he kicking corners now? Like, why not Mount? I'm confused about that. Does anyone know why?
Mount's shit at them as well.
Are you really asking that?
To be fair, every
Mount is like the White William.
Oh, okay, Chris.
Well,
Corners, of course.
But there's like,
are we being honest? Are we being genuine?
He's
Or are we
awful
just
corners.
talking?
No,
he is
like, come on.
Mount is awful corners.
Mount,
Reece James is shit at corners today, but he's better crosser. He's a better crosser.
Yeah,
Is Mount bad at corners though? Like,
No,
yeah,
he
he has his one every now and again. He has one that he doesn't even make the far post, but like,
no.
that is how he tallied up his assists.
The ones that make the far post are the odd ones. He always hits the first man. Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
It's not
why I call him
even.
William.
And Reece today, the same. His corners were rubbish. I thought defensively he was fine. He wasn't really caught out. Offensively, it wasn't that good. But was anyone really offensively that good in this game?
Yeah, offensively, everyone was pretty
You know
shit.
what I
I
mean?
mean, other than Sterling, everyone was pretty crap.
But when you got Mount on the right hand side, it wasn't really offering anything into. And you got Kante, who was trying to do stuff but losing like the ball every now and again. It's really hard. And do you know what? And it's the first day of the season.
It's the first day.
It's the first day. I mean, he didn't get caught at the back post again, like another right back we're told who's the best in the world. So you know what I mean. So,
with Reece, I'd be more worried if he was bad defensively than, because we all know his talent, so we know he'll grow into the season. So he was fine defensively, on the ball a bit clunky at times, but he'll grow into the season.
Fair enough. Then we'll see what happens to Reece down the line. But do you guys want to just get into player ratings?
yeah,
Should
be quick.
Because again, like there isn't much to talk about with this game. It was a pretty subpar performance. It was Everton parking the bus, counterattacking, and us trying to figure out how to penetrate the fucking 11-man wall that they put up. So
Yeah.
it wasn't the most entertaining game. The refereeing was horrendous in my opinion. But hey, we got a W at Everton, which hasn't happened in 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good. I'm just hoping we can. We'll talk about Tottenham at the end of this one. But all right, let's start off the player ratings, and chat. You guys give us your player ratings as well. Mendy, overall performance on Mendy. You forgot about Mendy.
Well, we didn't mention him.
Well, Mendy, he looked okay. You know, there was some crosses that came into the box where I was like, Mendy, why aren't you controlling it? Why aren't you positioning yourself better to catch the ball? You know what? But I'm not going to complain. I'll give him an 8. Go ahead.
8.
An 8.
Okay.
An 8.
Okay. I give him a 6.
Okay.
I give him a 6. There was a cross in the first half where he sort of, not really flapped up, but he sort of pushed away when I thought he could have done better. That one in the second half, that wasn't him. He was going to catch it, and then suddenly some guy just comes in and heads it. But then he produced a good save, good tip over in the first. Everyone was going, don't pass the ball back to him. I thought his distribution was good today. You know, and he was, apart from that, he wasn't really like bombarded and have to do anything. So I think a 6 is an 8. You're talking about him.
All right, fine. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. I was giving him an 8 because he kept a clean sheet, didn't make any saves. But all right, fine, 7. I'll give him a 7.
7.
He did make a good save actually.
He did make like 1 or 2 saves.
When he did that howl off like a
saves,
parry in the corner.
But wait. The
header too.
Every good save he made was on the back of an error. Literally, Silva asked him to sweep for him, and he just didn't move. So that was that.
He didn't even save that one though.
Yeah,
that was Silva blocking.
Yeah, exactly as well. That's proving my point even more.
Saved that when he dropped
No,
I thought he saved it
No,
too.
the commentator said he saved it, but Silva definitely blocked it.
Oh,
I watched the replay of it yesterday.
But either way, that was let's just say that's Exhibit A, you've got the first half where he made the save off of not claiming the ball when he just flapped at it, and then the other one he tried to scoop it over him when he probably could have caught it as well, and and then he flapped it again. It's just like, I'll give him a 5, bit below what I expect of him normally.
That one.
Oh wow.
6, it's fine.
Chris, Peter.
Yeah, like I think Mendy had some iffy moments, but he did a good save, you know, for the cameras. I would give him a 6. Well, yeah, I thought he did for the cameras. He's 6 for 6. But I thought he did okay. A 6. He kept a clean sheet, like you said, but I wouldn't give him an 8. You know, he wasn't outstanding.
I changed it to 7, but now you guys are making me think a 7 is too high too. Like, goddamn.
I think it is maybe, but it's 7.
Rough crowd here.
No, 6 is 6, 7 is fine. Yeah, he did good.
Y'all don't even care about the fact that Koulibaly high-fived the Senegalese brother over there. Green lines all day, no bonus points, just 6 and 5s all day. Peter, what are you thinking, bro?
I'll give him a 6. Like, we didn't. I feel like a lot of us are like projecting our frustration onto our overall play, onto like over analyzing a goalkeeper performance.
Yeah.
We're erratic in possession, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, Mendy didn't do anything today that doesn't really like typically annoy me, other than not claiming the ball that was played over Chiago Silva's head to Demarai Gray. Other than just not starting higher and being able to sweep that, because that's something you should be able to do. That was the only really like poor decision I saw him make. Like, yeah, he missed one. He came on a corner, but like, if Mendy stays in his goal for that, we're probably conceding anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like I think it was Tarkowski who tried to get his head on it.
Yeah.
It's not like there was a defender there anyways. So people are like, oh, Mendy, you got to grab that. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. But like, if Mendy stands in the goal, it's 1-1, and then we're pissed, right?
True.
But nah, I had to give him a 6. We got a clean sheet, man. Look, like, he didn't really have that much to do. So, like, I can't say he was amazing or he was completely terrible. I'll give him a 6.
All right, I think it's fair. I still think it's 7, just because Senegalese connection, and also my man did have like that one header save in the first half was pretty impressive. But we moved.
It looked
boys.
nice, but I don't think that
It
was
did
going
look
in
nice.
if you didn't tip it over.
Fair. We move on to my captain. Man signed an extension for 2 years, and you know what? I don't care. I'm happy about it. I don't think Aspie's as big as a problem as people make him out to be. So let's talk about Aspie. Overall performance today, I'm giving him a 7. Listen, people want to complain about, oh, Aspie doesn't have the legs anymore, the stamina. Listen, you try having the legs after playing right wing back 6 games in a row. That's not Aspie's fault. That's on Tuchel. And Tuchel should know better than to play Aspie fucking 6-7 games in a row at fucking right wing back. As a right center back today, though, I think he was solid. Defensively, yeah, he got turned by Demarai Gray, which whatever, it happens. But Thiago Silva also got.
That's not his fault, though. That was not his fault.
It happens.
That's number 19's fault all day. I'm sorry. That's not Azpilicueta's fault. That's not his fault. He didn't do anything wrong there. Mount took an ill-advised shot at a point in an attack. It took a wicked deflection out. He's already, the moment Mount shoots that ball and it deflects like that, Azpilicueta is dead. That's not his fault. You can't predict that. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
It looks bad, but no.
It did look bad. But people like to get on Aspie for this stuff because I think a lot of people really were expecting Aspie to leave, and they remember this is what I mean. Like, I feel like Chelsea fans have the worst memory when it comes to our players. They tend to remember the most recent things, but they don't remember like everything that built up to it. So with Aspie, like last season, for the most part, the season he was pretty solid. It was only towards the end of the season where players start to get tired, fatigue starts to kick in, where you really get tested that Aspie was looking bad. But regardless, Aspie today, I think he did solid defensively, other than that one Demarai Gray play, which you could say it's Aspie, you could say it's Mount. I tend to agree with Peter on this one. I think Mount took an ill-advised shot, and it was just unlucky for Aspie. We're not putting the same energy out for Silva, who got beaten by Gordon, and Koulibaly had to bail him out. So, listen, Aspie for me 7. Even offensively, there's not much Aspie could do. He's not going to dribble through that 11-man defense. He put some crosses in. Unfortunately, no one was in the middle. Again, this is the deal. This is something we have to deal with all the time. No one in the box when we're putting crosses in. But I think Aspie was a 7, and I don't know what you guys in chat think. So go ahead, Chris. And we'll
yeah,
rotate.
I
Go around
honestly
the horn.
Yeah. I honestly thought Aspie is good today. A 7 is fair for him because he did nothing really wrong except for maybe that when he pushed out and got like spun or whatever, like they left him and Silva saved him, I guess. But like, yeah, he put in a good performance in defense. He didn't do nothing wrong. He's good tackling, covering Reece James, like just sitting there being solid, consistent. Yeah, I think a 7 is fine for him.
All right, Andrew.
So I think Aspie falls into the line of football, Twitter, football social media only arrived in the last couple of years, because that's when his levels have started to drop a bit. If it started when he first joined, there'd be more respect for him.
Yeah.
But like I said, they very rarely troubled us at all down the wings at all. Very compact. Very solid. I don't remember him making any mistakes whatsoever. So I'll give him. I give him a 6, because it was just a solid performance. Nothing he had to worry about really, or that he was made to look vulnerable or anything like that. And yeah, like I said, good display. He didn't, I wasn't like I said, I wasn't on the stream going, oh man, what are you doing? Like that. So
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, at no point during the fucking game did I even get frustrated at Aspie. I was solely focused on Havertz that game and Mount. Will, what are you saying, man?
I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I was one of the people that didn't really mind if Aspie stayed or went. I just want him to feel comfortable where he is. He's still decent.
Yeah.
He's still decent in possession. He can cover, which is good. He's experienced. I thought, he's no longer a perfect defender. We know he's not as athletic. But yeah, bar the odd couple of things, I think he was a bit above average there. He was decent. Give him a 6.5.
All right. And Peter, my man.
I thought it was good, man. Like, look, he's not my first choice, obvious. We're going to spend damn near 100 million pounds on a center back so he doesn't have to play, right? But like in terms of stepping into the midfield to win the ball, helping us retain possession, and kind of picking his spots, he did well today. Like, I don't know what people expect from him at this point in his career.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get this. We're so bent on being mad at certain players that we don't want to look at their performances and actually look at what they brought us. Like, for example, I think Azpilicueta today was better than Reece James.
I was just thinking that. You just took the words out of my mouth, man.
I think he was, but like in common consensus and people on social media, they'd never admit that. I think he was. I don't think Reece was all that. I think he did his job. But like, Azpilicueta, there are many times in the first half where Mount and Reece are doing nothing down that side, right? They lose the ball. Ball's played into either Gray or McNeil, whomever's over there. Azpilicueta steps up and pinches the ball off them.
Yeah.
Plenty of times Gordon tried to give him the run. He runs across, plays it out for a throw. And it's like, guys, that's defending right there. Now we can get 8-9 bodies behind the ball and start again. Like, it's things that people don't notice that he does really well. Azpilicueta's biggest flaw is he doesn't really do anything that pops off the screen to where he's going to get inordinate amounts of credit. But he did everything well today, I thought. I don't really have a problem. I'd give him a 7. Granted, like, if Calvert-Lewin was playing, do I think he would have played that well? Probably not. Because Calvert-Lewin would have went and sat right on him and waited for Dyax. But also, if Calvert-Lewin was fit, I don't think he would have played. So that's kind of a nothing point, I guess.
Yeah, this Everton team definitely needed Calvert-Lewin to play. I'll be honest with you. But that's my Calvert-Lewin agenda. It is what it is. But, all right. Aspie, overall, I think was better than people like to believe. And even offensively, I think he had more of an impact than James, which is odd to say, but James has been half asleep in these recent games. So we'll see. Hopefully James does step it up. But let's move on to Chiago Silva. I think Chiago Silva, very solid in the back. Very, very solid in the back. I'm trying to think, like, do I give him a 9 or an 8? Like,
Well, you gave Mendy an 8, so you gotta think.
Well, I give Mendy a 7. All right, I'm thinking like Thiago Silva. I'm probably gonna give him an 8.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8 because you'll see why. But He was solid in the back as always. This is Chiago Silva. This is what we expect from him. He very gets his head in the game. Obviously, he showed his frustration with some of the defensive things that were happening in the midfield. He was getting frustrated with the midfield, you could tell. But overall, just solid. For the most part, had everything under control. Yeah, he got beat once or twice, but this is football. It happens from time to time. But Thiago Silva, 8 for me. Go ahead, Chris.
I give him a 9.5, and I don't give him a 10 because he didn't score, but he had a man of the match performance, did everything perfect, passing good, and when we looked like shaky, like Aspie got overrun, he was there calm. When Mendy should have ran out, he was there calm again. He blocked it. He saved us many times, I thought, like in the areas of patches of the game.
Koulibaly.
Yeah. Koulibaly was really good too, but like Thiago Silva was man of the match, and he was like man of the match of Sky Sports, so he was very good. Pardon?
He was? Shit.
Yeah, he won.
He was. Yeah. So he's man of the match. It's a 9 or 9.5. Like, he was perfect. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Andrew.
I think 9.5 is exceedingly too high
For
this game. It wasn't like he was clearing off the line or last-ditch tackles or something like that. He's
he
exceedingly
saved us
very
from
high.
Gray. Saved us from Gray.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I give him an 8.5. I thought he was good, very calming. But I thought he had apart from that little thing with Gray, I thought he had an easy day at the office, really. So I thought it was probably one of his easier games, which you'll probably want for most of the season, seeing he's going to the World Cup and everything like that. 8.5 for me. It was a very, very comfortable for him. Very comfortable.
It was comfortable. You guys and your 0.5s, though. All right, Will, go ahead.
Don't worry, Marshall. I'm rounding up to a 9. I thought
Okay.
I thought he was very, very good. Man of the match. I think, we, as you said, we expect it from him. He very rarely drops below an 8. And I wish when his contract expires, we can freeze him and wait for him, like some de-aging thing to happen. So in 100 years' time, we can. Well, I won't be alive. We will be dead, but hopefully he can come back and we can de-age him. But yeah, just a 9, solid, very, very good.
All right, Peter, what do you think of Thiago Silva's performance today, man?
Bro, this might sound harsh, but like, I think it's like a 7.5, kind of like 8 thing. I don't know. Like, I think all 3 of them back there were good. This doesn't strike me as like a legendary Thiago Silva performance.
Yeah.
I just think our team in general was like kind of not on. They were not like on it today. So I give them an 8. I think everybody across the back like played really well though. I don't really have like a bad word to say about the back 3.
I think the fact that we're talking about the back and how active they were is a sign that we didn't play that well. Just to be fair, we'll get to the midfield, but yeah, to me, there wasn't that many like Thiago Silva slide tackles and oh my God, Thiago Silva. Like, to me, we move on to the next one. I think Koulibaly for me was the man of the match, and I'm gonna give him a 9 because not only did he make a lot of like a few last ditch efforts that like we would see normally Thiago Silva do, or last ditch tackles and win the ball in such great areas in the defense, especially. He would even play it out from the defense when there was like a bunch of Everton players there. There was one play where he just like dribbled out with the ball. I'm like, okay, normally we just boot it out, but this man was so calm and collected. He just like, oh, we could still play this and control possession. And he was giving some passes here and there, getting some through balls in for Raheem Sterling, and the one that went through for Chilwell ended up being a penalty. So for me, Koulibaly, he looked magnificent. He's my man of the match. I'm going to give him a 9. Peter, we're going to go start with you. We'll switch it up. We'll go around the other way now.
Are we talking Koulibaly?
Koulibaly, Kalidou.
Kalma
Koulibaly.
I think he gets an 8. That pass he played to Chilwell to break the lines there. I love Rudiger, but Rudiger's not playing that pass in a million years.
Yeah.
Not on the floor.
I love Rudiger. I love everything Rudiger did at left center back for us when he was playing it.
Yeah.
But that pass is an example of something we'll get with Koulibaly that we wouldn't get with Antonio Rudiger.
Yeah.
I think he showed himself well. It sucks that he wasn't fit enough to last the full 100 million minutes that we ended up playing. But,
yeah, that's right.
He is, man. It's all good. I thought he was good today. I thought he was real good.
Awesome. Will.
I'm going to give him a 9, but I think Silva was a little bit better over the whole 90 minutes. I know poor Koulibaly had a cramp because he had to carry that whole left-hand side for a good 70 minutes. But yeah, I agree with what Peter said, I think. And Andrew as well. Like, Rudiger loved to play those floated passes, but having that sort of pass in a player's locker is just so good to have. And I think I'm excited to see what he's going to do this season.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, this game got me really hyped, and we'll go to Andrew. We'll talk about this at the end.
So give him an 8. Very good debut, solid, great pass. Also, I love Rudy, as you know, but there's some points where in some games I'd be like, in some positions, just hook the ball away. I would be a bit worried sometimes because he might make a bad pass, something, which is very rare.
Bite a player.
Yeah, but with him, it was like I didn't feel that. I felt like he'd been playing for us for a good couple of years.
Yeah.
I felt like it's so comfortable. It's like with Chiago Silva, the passing, I just feel comfortable. Or like with any other backs we've had, like Terry, Carvalho, stuff like that. I've just felt comfortable like that. And yeah, very solid performance again. Again, they didn't get anything down the wings either side. They very rarely got there. It's just one of those things. Good, solid, very good start. 8, very good.
Who was that? Chris, was I talking to you about conceding with this team? And I told you we're not going to concede with this freaking wall of a defense. Was it you I was arguing with?
No, in pre-season, you was panicking for Everton. You was because we lost 4-0 to Arsenal.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we did look really bad that game. But
Tuchel was just sending a message to Todd Bowley. We need 300 million.
Oh my God! All right, Chris, what are your thoughts on Koulibaly, bro?
I would give him an 8.5. He was one of our best players for sure. He was very calm on the ball. He, like you said, he gave a great ball to
Koulibaly.
Yeah, he gave a great ball to Chilwell, made Chilwell do at least something in the game and help us win a penalty. So yeah, he did really good. And his like mean tackles, like slide tackles, are brilliant to watch as well. Like just to watch him do it, he ain't afraid to do that. Risk a challenge. So yeah, an 8.5.
Dude, his slide tackling is fucking fantastic. Can we just talk about can we just take a moment to appreciate this man's slide tackling? It's phenomenal.
It's not last ditch either. So.
It's all so well timed. He's so good at it. Oh, it's crazy.
Man, he's not good because he didn't play in the Premier League earlier. That's
damn.
I was called crazy for thinking we upgraded at left center back. People like, no. I'm like, all right. I love Rudiger, but you niggas are crazy if you think
I was saying that too. I think we upgraded.
The thing is, well,
I don't think that should be like a hot take, though. That should be common. Like
exactly. We're not dissing Rudiger. We love Rudiger, but you know what I mean. It's like, I'm sorry, it's like when Hazard left.
He's played left side of a center back pairing in a 4. That's been high line and possession based for most of his career.
Yeah.
If you didn't think he'd go into the system and pull his weight, then like I don't know what you've been paying attention to.
Oh, you don't think he's going to slot in with less to do and play well? Do you know what I mean?
That's the part I don't get.
It's ridiculous.
His left foot is unreal.
Oh wait! It's like I was hearing the pundits before. It's like, well, he's never played in the Premier League. They just got to test him. It's like, fuck off.
Dude, if I heard the pundits say that, just hey, okay, we need to change the channel. This is like cap.
Thank you. I think we have to credit obviously the wonderful philosopher Maurizio Sarri for producing Koulibaly and making him the defender.
Sarri does only bad things in football, according to Chelsea fans, all right?
Sarri helped us with Jorghino and Koulibaly, so
I'm not praising a man who made us lose 6-0 at Man City and 4-0 at Bournemouth.
Not praising a man who smokes on the pitch.
No, I don't mind him smoking on the pitch.
I'm kidding.
He should have bloody stubbed some of those cigarettes in some of the players. That would have helped. No.
Fucking Kepa. But we
Sorry,
move.
Bull.
We move. Reece James, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be harsh on Reece James today. Look, defensively, I thought he was fine. No. No. I think Reece, he's off the pace of his usual self, and that's attacking wise. I think I agree with what Will said earlier. Defensively wise, I think he was okay. He was solid. He didn't really step a foot wrong too often. But I gotta give him a low score. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just give him a 6. I think he was I wanted to give him a 5, but then I realized 5 is a little too harsh because 5 is based off of the fact that he wasn't attacking. But I think defensive wise, he was solid. So 6. We'll start off with Andrew.
So he gets a 5 because defensively is sound, but attacking he was nothing today at all. I don't think he was an outlet. I don't think he offered any support going forward, anything like that. So, and that's, you know, what people might say it's harsh, but that's the high standards he set himself. So
it's also the system we play. It's such a pivotal part of the system we play.
Beneficial to him to attack, and you can say, and no doubt having Mount ahead of him doesn't, the way he played today doesn't help at all. But he did impose himself in the game, and this was a game he could have and should have imposed himself on. So, you know, I expect him obviously to improve, but, you know, first day it's a 5. It's a 5. Isolate the game. So, you know.
5 for Reece James. Pete, what do you think, brother?
Bro, I like Reece, but he gets a 5 today. Like,
maybe I wasn't as harsh as I thought I was.
Nah, like it just.
Nah, but you're right. 5.
I expect more from you, man. I expect more. You had plenty of time and space. Don't get me wrong with trying to smash the first post with 12 corners in the first half. Like, it's just irritating, man. Like, eventually try something different. You know, mix it up a bit. Yeah. The one time we went short, the first time we went short, Mount got a shot and we almost scored.
Yeah.
And then we just proceeded to smash 8 more corners of the near post. I'm like, guys, it doesn't work. I don't know how much of that is a coaching instruction or how much of that is like a personal decision. But nah, I just wasn't impressed with Reece today. It's forgettable.
Also, the crosses, by the way. How many
more
corners did we have, and how many of those corners were so shit?
I don't know.
Let me actually look this up.
We had 16 according to the Premier League app.
Woo! God damn! Oh my God, that's alarming.
It was like 6 in a row as well, I think.
Yeah.
We had 16 according to the Premier League app.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I'm looking at Google right now, and it's 16. You're right. Fucking A. So maybe I might actually reduce my score to 5. Maybe I was being too nice to him.
No, he's done it now.
Fucking right now, the Reece James fanboys. The Reece James fanboys right now. It's for you. Just gotta. I'm sorry that we're giving him a 5.
No.
We're all fanboys, Marshall.
I'm not. Reece learned to dribble. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the
Do
hell?
you know what, Marshall? When they did get across and he defended at the back post, so he's all good. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, we kept a clean sheet. Otherwise, that's going down to a 3, brother. I swear.
Exactly. Yeah.
I swear to you.
Let's go with Chris.
I'll go in between, you know, with Marshall. You gave him a 6, right?
Yeah, I gave him a 6. You gotta
yeah,
give him 5.5.
5.5. Clean sheet. He did okay in moments. Defensively, nothing really wrong. Yeah, very, very average performance from Reece. Should expect more from him.
All right. Will, I almost called you Jorghino for a second. I'm so used to the Jorghino avatar.
I'm just going to give him a 5. All of you have pretty much explained everything that can be said about his performance. So, yeah, just a 5 big average.
The Reece James fanboys just...
No, God!
Aren't we all fanboys of him?
Where's Kazi at? Kazi, where are you? I'm joking.
He's my favourite player, man.
I forgot I had a soundboard, and I'm enjoying the soundboard now. Bear with me, boys.
C1. That's what I want to know where C1 is.
Hey, C1's not fraud watch. He's still holding Havertz stocks.
That's true. Yeah.
C1 is on fraud watch.
Will, I want you to start this one off. Joel.
I know everyone's gonna scream, "Oh yes," because he's not fit, and I get that. But that's not gonna change how I judge this game. 3, honestly. I'm trying not to be mean because I do understand.
Okay.
I do understand that I'm not saying he's bad. I rate him.
I'll say
good level. Okay, I do rate him, but he played like a championship player today. He's almost like his mind wasn't quite there. Like he was second to everything, whether that's physical or mentally. He made wrong decisions. Apart from, I guess he won that penalty. To be fair, if he didn't win that penalty, he might get lower than the 3.
Did he win the penalty, or did Decore hop on him like he was Chilwell's backpack? Like, let's be honest.
I get. Actually, yeah, that's fair enough.
Like Chilwell didn't there was no gamesmanship there. He just got tackled.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. 3. I mean, he's gonna have to. I don't think he'll start again until the EFL. Whenever we get the EFL Cup.
That is in November, and that would be hilarious if that was the case.
No, okay, maybe not then. Maybe a Champions League game or.
Imagine Chilwell holds this for 3 months. I would cry laughing.
No, I didn't know it was that long. I thought it was like a couple of weeks.
No. They pushed it back and they pushed the UCL up. Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
See it, but Cucurella's got to start against Tottenham. I swear to God, if I ever see Chilwell left centre back, I think I'm gonna have to bleach my eyes, and that's. God, I don't even want to think about that.
I'm glad we started off with you because I was not expecting you to give him a 3 at all. Wow. I'm actually curious what you're gonna give Havertz when we get to him. Chris, you go second.
I'll be nice. I give him a 4. Like, he did win a penalty, so maybe that's probably why I give him a 4.
Nice, I'll give him a 4.
Well, no, but he was probably the 3rd worst player on the pitch for me. He doesn't look nowhere near ready for the Premier League or Chelsea. It's lucky we got Cucurella, honestly.
Yeah.
His injury obviously plays a part, him not doing preseason, but he was ghosted most of it. He was getting bodied by a lot of players. He couldn't really hold his own. A 4.
All right, Pete, what about you, bro?
3, man. He stinks. I know he's not fit, but I don't know. The more I think about it, the less I like him as a player in that position. I don't like. I can't watch the season of it.
Now you're looking at the bigger picture. We're not even focused on just this game. Okay. Well, that's something we're going to dissect in the future. But Andrew,
I thought these guys are extremely harsh. He got 5. He was good defensively, but he held his own. Yeah, won the penalty. He won the penalty because he got fouled, so he won the penalty. And he had that fucking ostrich fucking ghost on that left-hand side that couldn't do anything with him. So
oh shit, yeah.
I give him a 5, man. I don't think he's as bad as what everyone's saying. I think he's a good left wing back. So and he's coming back. He's coming back from injury. He's not been, like I say, we had reports he's not looked good in pre-season. We've seen it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think apart from maybe Peter's
I think it's a bit harsh. He wasn't. I don't think anyone. He wasn't really done or anything. They didn't really twist him up or turn him inside out.
A few times he sort of was.
I saw players push him off the ball.
Yeah,
push him off the ball, fine, but I don't think he was. I think he's.
No, I think a 4. I just gave him a 4.
So
thing is though,
because he won pen.
But I think he done more than Reece. So
you reckon?
Maybe negative. Not
negatively. I think he done more than Reece today. So
I mean, technically he did because he did get the penalty.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Reece did anything to positively offensively today. I don't think Reece did anything.
I'll downgrade Reece to a 3 too. I don't care.
Well done. You made him get a 3.
This is a favoritism. What the fuck? That's slander.
Well done.
Listen.
Hey, that little fatty icy 2.5 member over there.
Oh my god.
No, he ain't getting away with this.
Oh my god.
You told me you couldn't do Mikolenko on an ISO play once?
Now you start peeing off.
I don't think.
Man.
When I say 5, that's not average for me. 6 is average for me. So 5's below average.
Yeah.
So
I just want to say I do rate Chilwell.
So
It's
6
just
is
today.
not.
I don't. That's the thing with he's not fit, guys. Like it's
He's
weird.
not fit,
like,
yeah.
I saw him
wanna see
literally
him
falling over the ball under minimal pressure. I'm like, he's not this bad.
I
He can't be this bad.
Yeah.
I think no, he's not fit, and also it's a mental issue as well. And we know he suffered with mental issues pre-injury.
Yeah.
So I think that
But, like,
as well.
On the bright side, if I have to suffer a few disgusting Chilwell performances for Marcos Alonso to leave, then I guess
fuck.
gotta do.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
An injured Chilwell playing is not the drop off than having a fully fit Alonso.
Chilwell on one leg is better than Alonso.
Unless it's against Spurs. Unless it's against Spurs, but that's it. So
I did miss Alonso's free kicks today.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You're lying.
I did.
You're
I
lying
really
to
did.
yourself.
No, you
I
didn't.
was thinking
No,
just let the right side when it like for a left footer. I was thinking Alonso.
Yeah,
Missed
and then you
Alonso's
realize
height
Marcos
today.
Alonso has to. Then you realize he has to chase Dwight McNeil or Damari Gray down the wing, and then it's not good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Alonso, right? I have this button. I have to push it.
Emotional damage.
There's been some emotional damage done by Marcos Alonso on this team. So, listen, with me,
Probably physical damage of people fighting each other.
I'm gonna agree with Andrew on this one. I think 3 is a little harsh. To be fair, I think we had terrible refereeing in this game. I think Chilwell got fouled more times than the referee would like to give him credit for on that side. But it is what it is. You know, everyone has bad refs from time to time.
They targeted him with that, knowing he's coming back from ACL, and bravo as well. If we,
they should have.
I want Thomas Tuchel targeting people coming back from injury. That's what I want. I want them going right in there, and they were right to do so as well.
Yeah,
so
of course.
He doesn't get any sympathy from me on that. You should expect that. You should expect some people testing you when you're on your way back.
I just didn't expect the referee to be so bad.
By the way, we're looking at you, Ivan Perisic, next week, bitch. You're next.
He might not even play.
Perisic is playing next week. Will, come on, man. He's not playing.
Did he play today? He didn't play today.
No.
This is the Durston kid up there, and they're playing a 5 at the back. They are not.
Wait, Pete, you watched the game?
Tottenham? Yeah. I'm a man of football.
I know you're a man of football, but you're also a man from 3 hours behind me, and I didn't even get up for the damn game.
Oh, do you? If you want
committed.
to be honest, if you want me to be completely honest with you, I was at my girlfriend's place and she was asleep, so I was watching on mute. But yes, I watched. 100%.
It'll be between me and you, me and us, me and the panel. This
She rolled over and she saw me, and she just rolled her eyes and went back to sleep. I was like, it is what it is.
All right. Oh, that's great. All right, boys. I guess this one might be an interesting conversation. Let's talk about Jorghino.
Sports.
Andrew, how about you start us off for this one?
Oh yeah, Jorghino, the major problem that I'm seeing online tonight. That he was a major problem before even mentioning 2 of the front 3, but apparently he was a major problem.
Round of applause for Andrew Marshall.
Round of applause. And Jorghino's not my.
There, I got you.
Player, right? But just the actual genders, just the actual genders at this club and the gimmicks of blaming Jorghino is just quite.
Don't people
sick.
get tired of it? Can we stop trying to hate on Jorghino? It's been 5 seasons.
Apparently, he was the issue today. He was one of the top issues today. Even though 2 of the front 3 were absolutely shit, but he's one of them. Listen. Penalty, good penalty. Overall, I thought it was good passes.
That penalty was solid, though. You're right.
Listen, I don't think Jorghino and Kante are a good pairing. I don't. I know he likes to play them. I just don't. And in a 2, there's just too much of a gap. You know, I need. I don't know. The 2 in the middle. I wish we could play with 12 players and have an extra midfielder. Then I feel fine.
For a game like this, I agree with you.
Do you know what I mean? It's just it needed Kante, Jorghino to sit, and an outlet Kovacic or a Gallagher, something like that to drive the ball, or drop Mount deeper to drop the ball to drive the ball,
or just drop Mount all together and play 3 in midfield and go from there. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Or play 2 up front.
I didn't say that though. That didn't come from me though.
Play 3-5-2, 3 in the middle. Have Kante, Jorghino sitting, protecting, do what they do, pass the ball off to the third midfielder, let him run. That's what I would have done. Good passing. I didn't think he was. I know they got through a bit, but that's what happens when Kante went forward and you only got Jorghino there. You only got one midfielder there covering. Do you know what I mean? So that's always going to happen. So I'm going to give him a 6.
That's fair.
And to be honest with the whole Jorghino situation, the other thing too is like people don't like to realize that like, how do you expect Jorghino to make progressive passes when the only attacker you have moving around and showing up for the ball is Sterling. And he's new to the team, and he doesn't know, Jorghino doesn't know when he's going to make a run. He's not familiar with his runs or his movement and stuff. So that stuff that chemistry is going to take time to develop. You saw what Jorghino did in the second half when he tried to chip it over to was it Mason? But Mason didn't get there in time. Like he recognizes Mason. He knows what kind of runs Mason's going to make. He doesn't know what Sterling's going to do. So you can't really blame Jorghino too much for the fact that maybe he got dispossessed a few times when he was trying to pass the ball forward. We'll talk about the attack.
What we're not going to do is
go ahead.
Like Jorginho's the only player that was getting dispossessed today. That's what we're not going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Not
of course.
For me, he gets to 6.5. You know what? Yeah, let's do a 6.5, man. Like, I think the pairing of Jorginho and Kante against reactive, low block, just like pressure and like passion teams, I don't think works.
Doesn't.
I think that's a midfield pairing that works a lot better in a scenario like next week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we needed just patience and ball retention in midfield. Where I think Tuchel got it wrong today was trying to shun Mount out wide and make him into something he's not. Just overload the central areas, allow Sterling and Havertz to run the channels, and play with an extra body in central midfield. Play our two sitting midfielders actually next to each other so we can control a game better.
Oh my, yeah,
That's my biggest thing. And it doesn't even have to be Mount as a third center mid. We could have dropped Mount and put in Kovacic and been fine. Yeah, we just needed more in there.
And it allows the wing backs to push up more as well.
Granted, Everton were never gonna really pin us in with anything.
No.
As soon as they had the space and time, they just hoofed Diags to the back post because that's the kind of football that Lampard coaches. To be fair, so it just looked like I don't think Jorginho and Kante were necessary for today. Just like I don't think Jorginho and Kante were necessary for the FA Cup final against Leicester 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Like there's certain scenarios where we just don't need that. Next week, I think we are going to need it. Next week, I would personally play all 3 of them. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
Will.
I'm going to give him a 6.5. I thought he was pretty. I think he was a lot better in the first half, but I completely agree with what Peter said. We really lacked options in central areas. I saw Koulibaly underlap to be a passing option at some point, and it was mad. It was mad because you can't play Mount and Havertz fully out wide. It's just never going to work. It's never going to work. And I agree with what Peter said as well. When you have the ball, you want 2 players that are very, very, very comfortable in possession. I see a lot of people speak about Jorginho saying he can't be our deepest midfielder, which I don't really understand because
he has to be.
For me, when you play, I want Jorginho as deep as possible to make us tick. I don't care. This might sound crazy. I don't care if I get called deluded. In the first phase of play, I don't think there's an upgrade out there on Jorginho. I don't think that is attainable. I think in the first phase of play, he's the perfect DM for this team. We just need people around him. So if we get Kovacic has obviously picked up more injuries throughout the last 18 months, which is kind of worrying. So maybe Mr. Bowley's got to have another wonderful meal.
De Jong signing,
Mr. De Jong.
He'll be playing next week. So De Jong signing.
If we get Frankie De Jong, I will fly out to a country that doesn't care, and I will get him tattooed on me. I'll get an FDJ tattoo. Okay, I'll stick to that. I'm not saying how big the tattoo is. Okay, because I don't want a massive. It's not his face, but I will get his name tattooed on me, okay, or his initials.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to.
I don't get this fixation over hating Jorginho's contribution to the team. I would understand it if we had a ready-made Jorginho replacement on the bench and the role he plays in our midfield, but we don't, right? So for better or worse, you kind of have to live with it.
Yeah,
and die with it, unless you want to play Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic together, which excuse me, I don't want to do. This might sound weird, but Loftus-Cheek is a better wingback than he is a midfielder in a midfield 2.
I don't disagree with that.
He just is. It sucks, but that's the reality. He played well when he came on at wingback today, did his job. I don't want him as the deepest sitting midfield player. Loftus-Cheek's nature is to carry the ball. It's in his nature, just like how Kovacic has it. He cannot do it to the level of a Kovacic. Loftus-Cheek will always get caught in possession in poor areas because of his confidence in himself ball carrying. That does not get coached out of players. He has that trait, but he can't do it like a Kovacic can. If you want to put two ball carriers next to each other, somebody's got to sit. Somebody has to maintain some sort of structure. Somebody has to be a reference point. It's why a Jorghino and a Kovacic put together. Conte likes to ball carry as well. He can't do it to the level of a Kovacic, but people like to act like we can just put Jorghino on the bench and like play the exact same way and play with the same level of control. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Like, I get you guys don't like him, but like, get over yourselves and think about what's actually best for our team. Do you really want N'Golo Kante picking up the ball off our center backs?
Nope.
No. Do you want
God?
No, not really.
Yeah,
Like, go a little bit higher up where you're actually. But it's one of those things, man. Like, our fans are going to be they're going to be unhappy with whatever, and they're going to let the guys up front who are the real criminals of today
Yeah.
get away with it.
Yeah.
Like,
They didn't play well. They didn't play well because.
like, guys, I know I slandered Chilwell and Reece, but keep your eyes open for the real criminal.
Oh yes.
Pairing up top.
Let's get through.
Don't
Let's get through.
distract
this.
you.
Yeah, we'll get to them.
Leave them to the end. Yeah. as
For
well.
me, Jorginho gets a 6. I think his performance is a lot to do with our attack more so than just him. But overall, like, again, like, he did a job, and I agree with you guys. I don't think him and Conte are the best pairing. Him and Kovacic are fine. Kovacic and Conte are fine. But when he plays with Conte, even at times, Conte today was a little frustrating for me. But it is what it is. Like, I don't expect Conte to be like a playmaker or crossing balls and all that stuff. But with Jorginho, look, I can't be upset with him. If anything, this season he looks better than last season. He's trying to progress the ball. He's trying to get the ball into dangerous areas and be more creative and be the regista that it really is. But I move on to Chris. Chris, do you have anything to add on this one?
Yeah, I think you guys all said it. I would give him a 6.5. He got a goal. He's our top scorer. So yeah.
We're back.
He is our top goal scorer. Oh my God. He's not wrong. I gotta, you know what, Chris? You called it. You're right. Jorginho's top goal scorer for Chelsea again. that one's for the haters. Oh man,
You stole my joke. You stole my
I
joke.
stole your joke.
How dare you? I said that to you on Discord and you were
Oh, I
laughing.
don't
You
remember.
stole my joke. Oh, you don't remember.
Why didn't you say it then? I don't know.
I just couldn't be bothered, Chris. I forgot it myself, honestly.
Oh my
I
God.
forgot you said it. Well, it is true though. You only got one goal.
Speaking on Conte in the midfield, let's go ahead and talk about Conte. Chris, I'll start off with you.
Oh, Conte.
Conte.
You know what? First season, not first. Yeah, first season.
For first
We're
game.
going way back, aren't we? First half, he was brilliant. He
Yeah.
looked like, you know, there's two like kick-ups or what? Not kick-ups. It went in the air and he like touched it with his foot and then he went and dinked over the other player. Like, you know, he looked like Candino or whatever. He was winning the ball in the first half a lot. I thought he died off in the second half. I think I would give him like a 6.5, like Jorginho. I thought it was both solid, I guess.
Okay. I mean, before we go on to Pete, I'm just gonna play this one for Velvishon.
Terrible.
Velvishon, this one's for you, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, you have COVID.
I'm sorry that you couldn't beat
Fulham.
a relegated team today in Fulham. I'm sorry Mitrovic got the best of Liverpool today. So who did I say was going next? Oh, Pete, go ahead, bro.
Conte, bro, like,
Yes.
I just think Conte is trying to perform a role that's not natural to him. I'd give him like a 6. Because like he did help us defensively at times in the first half, some vital interceptions, and did win the ball in good spaces. I just don't expect a lot from him in games like this. I think it's a mistake to play him. My biggest frustration today, outside of just our attackers not taking the onus to like actually create something, is choosing to play N'Golo Kante next to Jorginho. I don't think that's smart with the like deep block team that's playing for a point. But hey, like
Yeah,
he did what he did, man. Like we got through it. I don't think he did anything particularly disgusting, but he didn't do anything particularly amazing.
Mm. All right, fair enough. I guess we'll have to leave. All right, so we'll go to Andrew.
Same as Peter. Good defensively, but I can't have him as the ball carrier. Get into the defense.
I definitely miss Kovacic today for sure.
When he has to think about passing, he's not good. Yeah, he's not good. There was a part we were on the break in the second half where the path was open to pass it to the right wing, and he took an extra touch and then he lost it, and it was like, dude, just don't overthink it. Just play it simple. Just play it simple. And it was like during like the Sarri years where they played him as an 8 and he kept running up and just not distributing the ball well. So yeah, 6 for me.
Okay, I gotta agree. 6 as well. I did like Andrew had mentioned with the progressive ball passing and being that attacker, I guess attacking 6 or 8, whatever you want to call him, but he wasn't that impressive. There are times where I was like, can N'Golo even cross the ball? And he did cross it, but like it was just, I don't know. For me, I'd much rather have had Kovacic in there. To be fair, I'd much rather have had like Kovacic and Conte and not Jorginho. I would have just rested Jorginho for this one. I just didn't think this was the game for him. But for me, I got to give Conte a 6. Just the passing. It's always the passing with Conte. It's never impressive. It's never awing. You know, with Conte, you just want him to possess and press, and which he did a great job on. Defensively, he did fantastic. But other than that, nothing out of like the norm for Conte. And I'm just glad he's fit and he's looking better than he did last season. He looks freshened up. So good on him. All right, we're gonna leave 2 of these guys for last, but let's start off with this one. Sterling. I'll kick it off. For me, Sterling on the attack. I'll give him a 7. I know that's a little high, but for me, he looked like he was willing to make a dribble. He did cause a little bit of havoc in that defense. Just nothing came of it, unfortunately. He looked energetic. He was available for passes often, creating chances. I just think, I don't know. Overall, I think he was solid up there. I can't be upset with him. He wasn't the problem. He wasn't the reason we weren't scoring goals. If anything, he was probably, of all of our attackers, he was the one that had the most chances to score and just unfortunately couldn't score. I think that's right. I don't know. But Andrew, we'll start with you on this one. Or go to you now.
Yeah. Thought he was good. I thought he caused some issues with his positional play and everything like that. I know it's an offside goal, but he was still in that position to score, which none of the others have that intuitive to actually do. I thought he was. I thought he's found a lot because he was the only one really to offer anything in terms of attacking and everything like that. Could have scored in a second if he maybe didn't try and place the shot and just struck it, see what happened. But no, it was a good block in the end. Very solid start. He is going to need help up there. He is going to need another body up there, definitely. But
too often it happened today where he needed help.
That performance, I've been waiting for a very long time out of these ones, which I'm never going to see. So yeah, good solid performance. And Mina tried to violate him as well in that first half.
What rating do you give him? A 7 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, we'll go to you.
I thought, Sterling, he was extremely well in the first half, especially. He was everywhere, like asking for the ball, moving forward. He had literally 2 dead players around him, so he can do as much as he could. Like Andrew said, he did score, but it's offside, and then that Cucurella cross would have scored if that wasn't blocked. It was a great movement, great position again.
Yeah.
Good shot. Yeah, I give him, what was it, 7.5 I said? Anyway, 7.5.
I don't know what you said.
I don't know if I said my rating.
You want to give him a 7 or 7.5? 7.5? All right, fair enough. Pete.
Be different, don't you?
Sterling.
Well,
Raheem.
what do you give him? 7.
Yeah.
Raheem the Dream. I gave him a 7.
Yeah.
I give Sterling a 7, man. I thought he was good today. I thought he was good. Like some weirdo would probably make some fail comp because he didn't score.
Yeah.
But like, nah, I thought Sterling was direct. He was right. He was willing to get in and amongst it, and he showed that he's like a level above the 2 attackers that he was playing next to.
Oh,
So like, you know,
a few
it's cool.
levels, man.
Hold off.
At
Hold
least,
off.
like,
Hold off.
I don't know. Like he was willing to, you know, be an
Do his
impact
job.
player. Like he take the ball, do his job, just cause chaos. And everyone who tried to tell me that Sterling can't dribble, I don't know if you guys watched that first half, but the way Sterling chopped somebody, was it Iwobi?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes,
It
I
was
believe
Iwobi,
so.
like,
And
in
then
the
Iwobi
left-hand
had to
panel.
foul him, right?
He hit him with the Cruyff turn, and then he tried to like play the ball across the box, or he played the ball through to Conte, and then Conte tried to play the cross to Mount, and it got blocked or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it's like, hey, that's the kind of stuff that like our other attacking players just don't have.
Yeah.
can
Even
see,
on the
like,
left-hand side when he was there was a play on the left-hand side where Sterling cut in and managed to beat the defender, and then there was just no one in the box.
You can see there's more tools in Sterling's box than our other
Yes.
attacking players. Way more.
By the way, Andrew, I appreciate your avatar, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Can I just say, I said it on other streams. The Chelsea, when we signed Cucurella, the tweet that Chelsea put out that matched the Brighton one for us.
Oh, that was fantastic. Yeah.
Whoever decided to do that, a round of applause. That was.
Yeah, Chelsea admin have been on point. I'm not gonna lie.
That was very good. That was very good.
Yeah,
Contrary
Chelsea
to
admin have been
reports,
good.
they have decided to sign Cucurella.
Oh my goodness! But all right, that's Sterling. All right,
Here
do
we
we
go.
go with? Do we go with the English player? Or do we go with the German?
Let's go
Who are we
with the
starting
English
off
player
with?
first. He's
All
less
right, let's start off
offensive.
with Mason. Macy. All right, I'll kick this one off. I think I gotta give Mason I'll give him a 3.5. I'll go half this time, 3.5, just because he was barely in the game. Yeah, he does what he does, which is press. That's about it. He pressed. He tried to take a shot. Wasn't on corners today. Did he even get across it? I don't even know. I don't know what Mason Mount did today. So just for that reason, 3.5, because I think he was
Don't worry, someone else.
he
will
was
get
pretty
blamed for his
non-existent.
performance. Someone else will get blamed for his performance.
Probably. If you guys want a diluted opinion, go. You know who to go
Yeah.
to. There's other channels for that fucking delusion. But
Yeah.
3.5. We might as well just play with one attacker, and it might as well have just been Sterling because there was nowhere to be. He was nowhere to be seen, and the one that was seen the most played terribly. So yeah, one ghosted and the other one played like shit. So it's just two sides of the same coin, to be honest. So Pete, what do you think about your boy Macy?
I'm gonna be honest. He's very Werner-ish of him today, man. The real Werner vibes.
Yep.
I wasn't
Oh
impressed.
goodness.
At all. The less we speak about that one, the better.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that, my lord. No,
Yeah,
thank
that's pretty bad.
I think you're generous at 3.5.
Like at the
Very
same
good.
time, I don't know, man. Like for me, right? First half, if I'm being really like analytical and talking about what we actually watched, as much as we don't want to fucking talk about it because it's dog shit, right? Like playing Mount as a touchline winger, like guys, I wish Mount was quick and dynamic. Trust me, I believe he wishes that too. He's not, right? We have Mount on the touchline. We have Reece behind him who can't dribble and can't beat people 1v1. Like at the same time, like if we're not going to use Mount to like overload the central areas and create extra numbers in there to play on the half turn, there's almost no point in having him on the pitch because that's what he's best at. That's the closest thing he'll ever have to being elite at, in my opinion. He's never going to be a traditional get the ball out wide like Wilfred Zaha and just chop people up kind of guy. Sterling can do that. he can also play in the central areas.
Yep.
Mount can only play in the central areas. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
So it's like, if we're going to play that front three in the future, one, don't bench one of them, Jesus Christ. But two, if you are going to do that, you kind of have to play Havertz through the middle and play Mount as centrally as you can. I understand Sterling looks better in the middle than both of them, but he's also the only one who can actually function out wide out of that front three.
Yep.
It's like we're in a weird quandary with those three as front players. We gotta switch something up, man.
Yeah, I agree.
What these two players in particular don't realise is that when Sterling starts to score, and he will, along with his performances, there's no place to hide. Yeah.
Yep.
There's no place to hide because you haven't got Werner out there taking a flak, or a Ziyech, or a Cho, or a Pulisic, or Lukaku, because everyone just hated them, and even though he scored, more than Havertz, playing less.
Yeah.
They're going to have to up their game now. No, Mount has to put numbers and performances together now. I've got more faith in him than the other one that he can do it if he plays central. I agree with Peter. I think to get the best out of Mount, and you want to play 5 at the back, you're going to have to play 3-5-2 and play him more centrally, because out wide, like this, he doesn't offer anything whatsoever. Okay? Which means that affects Reece James, because Mount can't get the ball, hold it up and wait for him to overlap or stuff like that, and Reece James then has to do double duty. And also it affects our midfield too, because he can't hold up the ball and we get overrun or something like that. Mount gets a 1.5 from me.
Wow.
He was
What'd you say?
Yeah.
He was not good. And
1.5.
I quoted Peter. The only reason Havertz stayed on before him is because Havertz is taller, and we started hoofing.
That's it, man.
If Mount could header and was taller, he would have stayed on probably before Havertz. That's it. He didn't offer anything. He didn't offer anything today.
He didn't.
He was that second half, particular before he went off. The first time I noticed him was when he was being taken off.
No, that's very fair.
You wait.
I was going to add
because Mount's getting puppy love from me at the moment. So
I wanted to add that Mount was also playing on the right side today.
Yeah.
Which is his better side, and still just lackluster
he had
performance.
That one shot in the first half. He had that one shot in the first half in the corner. Even though
that tested Pickford.
I thought it was an easy shot really to save. It wasn't like Pickford, and Pickford's got short arms, remember, so it's not as if he was stretched out saving it. And I don't really even think it was going in, looking at the angle.
I think it might have just gone wide.
Yeah. So apart from that, though, and
not really much.
People always tell me Havertz and Mount have got this great chemistry.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Like, absolute bullshit about that they have to play together. They have no chemistry.
Where was that chemistry?
It's all bad.
Didn't see them pass each other once.
It's bad chemistry, Chris. That's what it was. Go on, Chris. You haven't.
Well, yeah, you guys pretty much cleared it up with it. Like Mount, he was asleep today. Even Tuchel said you're sleeping. If you saw him like on TV or video, he offered literally nothing. But like Andrew said, that one shot, what probably was going wide, he was just off it. So I give him a 2, a 2.5, 3. He only got that high, I think, because we won. He just got carried.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It's unfortunate. I mean, all right, fine, 2.5. I'll lower it to 2.5 for me. I was 3.5, and now
Honestly,
you guys convincing me it's a lot worse than I thought.
It's 3 or lower.
Yeah. I'll start this one off because this one's my boy here. Havertz, 2. Just because he was more visible than Mount was, but also he played like absolute shit. Just that one. Like Andrew had mentioned this earlier, there's like no instinct in him. Like there's no intuition or no like attacking mindset. He almost seems lost when he has the ball sometimes. And I know that there is an attacker in this kid. I know there's like a killer in this kid, but it's not there in the beginning of the season. And that play where Pickford, well, obviously it went out, right? But if it hadn't gone out and he didn't know it went out, for him to have to take 3 touches on an open goal before he decides to pass it or shoot it is criminal, especially if you're playing an attack, especially when you know that we're finishing. We have struggles finishing, especially when you know they're playing park the bus, and it's hard enough to get a damn shot on goal, let alone an open goal. Havertz, it's just fucking frustrating, and I reason with everyone who is upset and now starting to question Havertz and his future. I get it. But yeah, he needs to step the fuck up. He needs to step the fuck up yesterday. So that's my harsh criticism on Havertz. I thought he should have been taken off a lot sooner. I wanted him to be taken off for Broja, put Broja in the middle, shift Sterling to the left, and let's play that way and see what happens. Because Broja, in the few minutes that he played, looked better than Havertz. So that's what I have to say about Havertz. Pete, what do you got to say, brother?
Bro, if Broja watched that Havertz performance and decides he still wants to leave, he's got no dog in him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
If you're Armando Broja, there's minutes for you in this team, man.
Yes.
Look at that Havertz performance. Look at 12 and 51, man, in the Premier League. Look at him. There's nothing special. There's nothing special. As much as he's silky, all this stuff, he's talented. I got to see it, man. I got to see it. He was invisible today. Invisible. It was disgusting. I'll give him a 2 for showing up and tying his shoes correctly.
Yeah.
But like, nah,
I hope he tied his shoes correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Chris, what about you, brother?
I give him a 1, and I think that's 1 because we won. He was literally no, he was just invisible. Like he didn't offer nothing to the team, being carried the whole way through. I can't. Yeah, like you said, when Pickford obviously kicked it back, obviously went out, but he took way too long with it. That was his one opportunity.
3 touches, man. Jesus.
That's the only thing he really did in the game, and it was offside, and he fucked up anyway. So yeah, a 1. It was just trying to find find Kai Havertz the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sad. And the other thing I want to mention too is that, bro, Yerry Mina had you in his pocket the whole time.
Again.
You played this guy last season. It's not like Yerry Mina is like a world-class defender. He's barely top class. Come on, bro. Andrew, go ahead, take it away, man. I can't talk about this anymore.
Just going, there's a legitimate claim to say that Havertz caused Godfrey's injury because of how he played, how slow he was, like getting the ball, how slow he was. Like, it's a legitimate claim. He caused Godfrey's injury. The reason Godfrey's got a broken ankle is because of Kai Havertz.
Havertz was so bad.
I wish he performed like he did last season at Everton, because at least he would have been involved in something, even though I thought that was one of the most selfish performances I've ever seen. Today, this guy, and he needs to start season well. None of this half a season bullshit or slow start that we get. Honestly, man, I'm very close to saying nah. Do you know what? Because I give shit to Werner, and rightfully so. But this guy always gets protected when Werner plays, because Werner's the one who gets it. This guy should get it as well, because I don't see any difference between him and Werner at the moment about what he does.
Not right now, no.
I don't see it. And it's arguable Werner might have done better in today's game, seeing as he can play out wide a little bit more than actual Havertz can. I know he played out wide, but you're honestly, you are no outlet at all. It was like playing with 10 men. I could say 9 men to both of them, but it was like you're so protected in this fan. Like I said, when I see tweets today trying to blame the midfield first before you even talk about Havertz or Mount in your tweets, that's like, how dare you? Yeah, how dare you? This guy gets a 0. A 0.
Wow.
I don't even credit him for tying his boots, because they're probably Velcro. But, you know, a 0. He was just honestly, just nothing. I know, like Peter said, it's only because he was tall that he stayed on longer. Broha, I know Broha really didn't do anything, but just him moving and making movements and anything like. And remember, Broha were played out wide when he came on, not centrally. Sterling stayed central. So Broha, like Peter says, if Broha doesn't think he can get ahead of Havertz, you've got no balls, man. Seriously.
I agree.
Honestly, Marshall, if this guy plays like this up until January, I would sell him in January. Havertz. I would look to sell him. If he doesn't, if you can't sell him next summer, because This
Yeah.
guy's not worth it. Generational. When? Where? Living off UCL scraps. By the way, that's over now. None of this UCL. That's done.
That was 2
It's
seasons
done.
ago.
It's done. It's 18 months ago nearly. It's done. Yeah, none of this.
Yeah.
Zero.
No, I see where you're coming from, and I mean, even though you know where I stand with Havertz, and I'm going to disagree with selling him, but I see where you're coming from. I can understand it, and I can't even disagree entirely. But listen, with I was going to say something of relevance to this thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was rough to watch that attack. Hopefully, for. What are you guys expecting for Tottenham? And then we'll wrap it up with the Tottenham thoughts, because that's going to be on Wednesday. Is that on Wednesday? When's that game? Is that next week?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday? Okay, so next Sunday we'll do a stream reacting to the game. But yeah, I mean, are we expecting the win against Tottenham?
Of course.
Yeah. Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah, Spurs.
I mean, yes, Spurs, but Spurs on the Conte.
Okay,
we
only
beat them
3 times in a month last year
Yeah.
with Malang Sarr, Ziyech, and Kepa playing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, fair enough. You got me with the Malang Sarr.
as bad as we played today, look at those teams we were beating Tottenham with. They're worse than the teams we had today.
But you could argue that Conte didn't have a preseason.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck that ball free.
But the thing is, we don't even know. We might have new signings playing next week. Cucurella's probably going to start.
Cucurella looked great when he came on today.
There's a possibility Fofana could be signed this week to start. There's even a possibility Frankie de Jong could sign
we might have 2 starters who are not currently at the football club.
or at least on the bench to come on. Do you know what I mean? What I will say, I think he will start the. Unfortunately, I think he will start the front three, but he might switch Sterling to the left and Hazard and Havertz. Hazard, how dare I say Hazard and Havertz in the same sentence? He might put that fucking ostrich up front, you know.
Listen, what I'm worried about is their attack. Defensively, we looked okay, but Kulusevski, Kane, Son today. Like, I didn't watch the game, but Son today with a brace, right? This guy's already scoring goals. So, Kulusevski got a brace today.
I think,
he
got the brace, I think, yeah.
But either way, both of them look great.
Yeah.
Trust me,
So-
no, trust me. Whether it's Aspilicueta, Fofana, Chalobah starting with Reece over there, they'll lock down Son, no problem. On the left hand side, Cucurella and Koulibaly. Right, Kulusevski wish he hasn't played football before, so it's fine.
I mean, do you see us scoring a goal?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do see us scoring, but I'm not fearful of Spurs. I'm never fearful of Spurs ever. That's all.
All right.
We've only lost because of that hair plug was in charge of us at the time. That's the only time we've lost in the past 32 years at home. So, and like I said, we won when we had Sarr, Kepa, and Saul. I think Saul even played one.
We had Saul, Jorginho, Alonso, Rudiger, Malang Sarr, Aspilicueta, Kepa in goal, Ziyech, Mount, Lukaku, and Havertz playing, and we beat them 2-0.
Wow. Okay, so score predictions, and then we'll wrap it up. I'll start it off. I think Chelsea get a 1-0. I think we just scrap away with it. I don't think this attack is good enough to really merit more than 1 goal, really. But I think our defense, Koulibaly, if he's going to be fit, hopefully for that game, hopefully there's nothing serious, just a cramp. Koulibaly, Thiago, Aspie in the back is going to be solid. Reece James, defensively, he looked okay today. I can only see him getting better from this point, and with the more games he plays. Cucurella, if he starts, I don't know. If Choa starts, I don't know either. But Cucurella, if he does start, he looked fantastic today. That's a good option. He looked really active, really a lot of movement. So defensively, I think we'll be able to keep a clean sheet, and then we'll see what happens with the midfield. Chris, your prediction?
Easy 5-0.
5-0.
I'm joking.
I was. What the hell? Like,
it's gonna be close because let's face it, like Tottenham are building a good squad. Got Conte, who's good in leagues. There's gonna probably be a 1 goal difference. I'm thinking 2-1 to Chelsea. I back
2-1. Okay, fair enough. Andrew.
2-0.
2-0.
I
Fair
love
enough. Peter.
2-0, man. We'll win. I don't
2-0.
really. I don't care. They beat Southampton. Cool. Like, congrats. They're coming to Stamford Bridge. They're gonna lose for the 18th time in a row. Like, it is what it is.
All right. Sounds good. Guys, this was a good show, solid show. Those ratings took forever, right?
Yeah.
Damn. We should start those sooner. But yeah, this show went on a lot longer than I anticipated. But Peter, thank you for coming on, man. And we appreciate it. And I appreciate your Flagrant 2 hoodie and your avatar, man.
100%.
But ladies and gents, thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate everyone that came on. Make sure if you haven't already, smash that like button. I think GNA TV is still on, so if you guys want to, I'm gonna put a link in the chat for you guys to go on over to GNA TV and show him some love. We always love GNA TV over here. But yeah, ladies and gents, make sure you smash the like button. Check out the links in the description below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,300 subscribers. We're very close to that number, so go ahead and do that for me. I really greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. Give me your player ratings in the comments. How about that? Give us your player ratings or give us your score prediction for the Spurs game, which we'll be talking about on Sunday. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate every single one of you, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Peace.